Great morning, students. I just want to welcome you to this amazing class. I remain Mr. Alfred Omini, and I want to welcome you specially to this class. It is our online class once again, so I want you to brace up and stay focused as we do this business in a few minutes. All right, today we're going to be discussing the topic knitting under the subject CCA, which is Cultural and Creative Arts. All right. So at the end of this lesson, the students, we're going to be able to first of all understand what knitting is through the definition, and then we'll know the necessary tools used for knitting, and then lastly, the basic stitches for knitting. Follow me carefully as I take you to the next slide. All right. The definition of knitting. First of all, knitting is the art of making garments or other beautiful crafts that can be worn or used for the different purposes with the creative use of knitting needle to interlock loops of wool or yarn. Knitting can be done both with hands and knitting machines. Let's repeat it together. If you are there, come on, read with me this morning. Knitting is the art of making garments or other beautiful crafts that can be worn or used for different purposes with the creative use of knitting needles to interlock loops or of wool or yarn. Knitting can be done both with hands and also with knitting what machines. Thank you very much. And then when we talk about knitting and then different beautiful clothes, I believe that when you look around you, if you look at your sweater was they actually knitted your sweater. And then if you look at some caps in your house, and then maybe you've seen somewhere it's actually knitted also. So that thing you see right there is maybe when we meet in our class physically, I'm going to bring a finished work or maybe a material that was knitted, and then we're going to see a pictorial clip of that. All right, so follow me carefully as I move to the next slide this morning. Yeah, now the materials used for knitting. All right, that means we have different materials that can be used for knitting. That's the tools you use to work. All right, the tools you work with. And then the first thing on this list is the knitting needle. It's the knitting needle. And then the second one is the knitting thread, or you can then call it yarn. All right, and then the next one is the cable needles. And then also we have the circular needles, and then we have the crocheting hooks, we have the stitch holder, and also the scissors. All right, so when you want to do your knitting, make sure all these things are available. All right, make sure they are available, and then maybe when you're coming to the class, we can bring it, and then we'll all walk with it. All right, so follow me carefully as I go to the next slide this morning. And then finally, we're going to be talking about the basic stitches for knitting. And the basic stitches for knitting, what the stitches are needed or used for knitting are as follows. And just two of them here that we have this morning. It is the pull and also the knit. All right, so this is actually an online class, and then maybe when we come physically, we're going to explain these things and we're going to see them physically, and then we're going to work with them. All right, so until I see you in the next class, I'll urge you to be good. I'll urge you to take care of yourself. And then I just want to let you know that I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. See you on Tuesday. God bless you.